Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Luke or Super Orco from Erken Orc, and I'm going to play against Infernal Dwarves with my Demon ETC. We're playing Breakthrough and Dawn Assault, okay? It's map 7. I'm going to start first. I couldn't deploy here, and he couldn't deploy there, and that's it. I'm going to start, and well, I'm playing my ETC list at Serbia, the same one, and I would like to thank the sponsors in pre-wars. As you see with all my movement trays, he's going to be at Serbia, so if you guys need any movement trays or markers, he can give you there. Special thanks to El Orco Rojo, our sponsor from our former shop, 20% discount, and Adrian from Dragon's Lake Miniatures, his Dread Elves, and now his anvil from the dwarfs he's going to bring. So special thanks to them, and we're going to start right now. Okay, so for turn 1 for Diamond Legions, with the Vanguard I move up to here, and then I chaff there the Orcs and the Tauruk. After there I just moved all up. Here the 3 monsters, the Scourge, the Courtesan, and 1 Blazing are on top, so I can reroll the charges over there. This is another Blazing Glory, and I just moved everything up here with the Bloodflies. And I gave the Dominion to these girls, so I had Strider, so I didn't have to test there. With Magic, I got card number 5. It was 8 versus 9. He didn't want to try. He didn't want to fail 4 versus 5 dice, so he can shoot with the Rocket machine. So he used the Binding Scroll. Then I threw 3 dice Raven's Wing here, so I can still chaff here, but I can also chaff there, just in case he wants to come a bit near my troops. So I put that one there. I killed 1 orc with the 1d6, and I put +1 to charge or to march. Then I did Spectral Blades there, so if he charges with the orcs, I can reroll and kill some more. And then I tried to do the Hereditary onto that one, and he dispelled it with all his dice. And now it's going to be his turn. Let's see if the Scourge or any monster can survive the magic. Okay, turn 1 for Infernal Dwarves. He just charged the chaff, the Sirens that were chaffing, and he moved everything up here to chaff, so I could go in the front, and I could go straight up, but this leaves me some space, so if I want to charge there or charge there. And what else? He just moved everything back, and this guy's on the front, so I can charge here. And on Magic, he got card number 3, so it was 8 versus 5. He tried to do +2 armor save on the Tauruk, but he failed with 3 dice. He got back 2, and then he did 2d6, 1d6, and he killed some Succubi. And I wanted to dispel the Flaming Swords. I didn't want my Scourge to die the first turn. And on Magic, his Flamethrower there blew up, so that's good. He killed some more with these guys, with the other unit of Hobgoblins and the Wolf Riders here. He put 3 markers, and then he shot at him, did 3 wounds with him and the catapult, only 3 wounds. And on the combat, I lost by 3. I killed like 4 orcs, he killed only 2, but I lost by 3. And he managed to. I failed the leadership 6. And I rolled a 7. That's bad because if I would have put in the front, he wouldn't have. I wouldn't have lost, and he wouldn't have redirect me. But it doesn't matter. And so now I think I'll charge with the courtesan here, and I'll charge over there. Maybe this guy there. So now we'll see what happens. Okay, turn 2 for Diamond Legions. I'm going to do the movement phase since everything, some things happen. So for charges, the Scourge charged the Rocket on a 7 reroll, and I made it. No, a 6 reroll, and I made it. Then the 2 Blazings, one could go straight and then go up to the unit. It was a 7 rerollable, and the other with the Evil Eye, it was a 7 non-rerollable, but they both made it. Then the Courtesan and the Sukubi charge here. Maybe he can stay, maybe not, so I can go there. And if the Scourge doesn't kill him, I can go put it sideways and then kill him so he can charge me. Here he's redirected with the Blazing Glory, so next turn maybe I can charge. Here I charge and I can overrun with the Strider. Just move this one. And the Chariot and the Blowfly, they both charge here. He did a stand and shoot versus him, versus the Blowflies, and did 2 wounds. And I did to myself 2 wounds with the runes. And that's, he couldn't flee because I moved one more, and it was on a 9 from the Chariot. And if he would have charged, if he would have fled, maybe I could have caught him and do a leadership test there and just see the flank. So that's it. Now we're going to the rest of the. Okay, so for Magic, I got card number 5, and I got 9 versus 5. I put reroll to wound on the Scourge. He dispelled it, and then I put Whispers of the Veil on the Rocket. And if I made it through, then I threw a spear onto the Tauruk, and he made his armor save. But then I shot with my 10 guys that are so bad there, and I did 2 wounds. After that, in combat, here I failed a lot. I did only 5 wounds with the impact hits, with the strikes, and with the flies. And then he did to me, and I failed a lot of armor war saves, and I did no toxic to them. So I lost by 1, and I did 1 wound to there. And here I killed, and I went there to chaff. Then the Scourge only made 2 hits with no battle focus, and I only did 1 wound. And he did 1 to me, so I just reformed so he couldn't charge me. Then here on the combat, I had really a good hand because I killed the champion with the guy that was full, so he couldn't hit a lot with me. And the other guy was hitting the BSB, and I hit him. I did 3 impacts and 3 wounds. So Isma was very sad. I was so lucky there. Then he had I won the combat, and he had leadership 8. And he failed. He got rolled a lot, and I managed to catch him. The Blazing Glory went there on the flank, and the other one's out there. And here the orcs, he killed my guys, and I made him flee. He only had like 8 left, and I catch him, and I got there on the Tauruk. So now it's going to be his turn. So turn for Infernal Dwarves. So he only charged here. He couldn't charge over there. And he just moved this unit so he could be in short range to shoot at me. And on Magic, he got card number 2, so it's 6 versus 5. He threw Flaming Swords there. I had to let it go because I didn't want the 3d6 here. And so I let that one go. And then on Shooting and Magic, no, on Shooting, he did 3 wounds here and put 2 tokens with the Hobgoblins. Also, he managed to rally the Wolves. And on Combat, here I killed 5 of his. I impact with 25 attacks. I failed 2, and I did 5 wounds. He managed to save none. And then he did 5 to me. I passed the leadership 4 test because of the rank, charge, and banner. So I managed to stick. Here, again, he fluffed, but I fluffed also because I only did 1 wound here. The flight going on 3+, I failed, and he lost combat by 1, but he managed to stay. Then, on the Scourge, I did 5 wounds to him. and he killed my blazing because I didn't do nothing. I only had one wound left, and so I just put the unit there. It was a shame because I could have charged there or there. I would have charged over there. And on the combat with the courtesan, I did 2 wounds, and he did 3 wounds to me. I saved 1, so I won by charge, but he managed to stick. And now it's going to be my turn, so let's going to see what happens now. Okay, so for turn 3 for Diamond Legions, I only did this charge on the unit that was with the mage, and on the flank with the lemures. And I just came with the Blazing Glory here. I moved these guys to shoot at the unit of wolves that was there. And on magic, I did reroll to wound here. He failed to dispel. Then I did Whispers of the Veil, but he dispelled it. And I failed the spear on the 2 wolves that was there. On shooting, I impact with 2 hits and wounded 2, and he failed, so I killed that unit. The unit passed the leadership test. And then in combat, here we both fluff because I only did 1 wound. He failing the fear test. And then when he hit me, I saved the 3 wounds he did to my fly, so we stayed there. Then on the Succubi, I killed 3. He killed more than me. He killed I think 4. He again won by 3. Leadership tests with 4, and I managed to save it again. So they still want to party. Yeah, poor Isma. He's like, man, you just gotta lose it. Then here again, he's having very bad luck because I did 11 wounds with the impact hits, and the Succubi on top, 11 wounds with AP3. He did 3 wounds to me. He was leadership 9, and he rolled a 10, so he fled. He went off the board, and he managed to stay, and I just moved 6 there. The Scourge managed to do the last one, and he went this way, looked, and over here, I did 2 wounds to him, and he did 1 wound here and 1 wound here. He lost by 2, and he managed to stick, so I put that unit so I more can hit, and that's going to be it. That's going to be Infernal Dwarves turn 3. Okay, so for turn 3 for Infernal Dwarves, the only charge that he did was the Hobgoblins here, since he couldn't go out of line of sight. Then he had nothing else, so in combat, here we both fluff again. I killed 1. I didn't manage to hit with the... to wound with the fly, so he hit me and he only did 1 wound, going on 3s and 2s, and we stick there. Here I couldn't kill the champion, so the Scourge could go here and kill a lot. So he killed my unit and I didn't do nothing. Here he did nothing to me. With the Swelter Blaze I killed 4. He managed to stay even though he's not in range of 6, so he managed to pass the leadership 7. So I put it this way, so when I charge with him and with the Blazing Glory here, I'll be able to hit his unit, so I can go get more impact hits and all that stuff. And here he challenged with his champ. I did it bad because I should have said with the champion of there, because I did nothing to him. He did 2 wounds to me. And he did 1 wound there, and I lost by 1, and I managed to stick with both. He could have died. So now let's see what happens with my turn. I think it's going to be now everything. Okay, so for turn for Demon Legions, the only charge that was the blazing here. So if I made them wrong, I could engage the unit of Lugars, but I couldn't. Well, that was the plan, but the Scourge was on an 8, and he failed. So maybe I could have put the Scourge here and the Chariot overrunning, so I would do a lot of wounds. But I failed that charge. On magic, I did Whispers of the Veil there. He dispelled it with 4 dice, and then I did Spectral Blaze on the Courtesan. That was on the challenge, and I made it. He failed to dispel, at least. I rolled like a 9, and if he failed with 2 dice. With the Hereditary there, I wounded, but he saved, and the other one did nothing. And with the shots, I killed 2. So they're doing something, even though they're very bad. In combat, I managed to kill the champion with this Chariot. He just turned around. Here I killed like 4 or 5, but he managed to do the 2 wounds that I had left. So he managed to stick. And on the combat of the Courtesan with the Tauruk and the Lemurs, I managed to impact 3. and I wounded 2. Then with the reroll, I wounded the last one, so his champ was dead, and he couldn't hit me. And he only did 1 whack, and I told him to run over there, and I caught him. And that was it. The Blaze Input there was just reformed, so he couldn't charge me. And now we're going to his turn. Okay, so for turn 4 Inferno Dwarfs, he charged here because he didn't want to, he couldn't do anything else, so he charged on the 9 and he made it. He failed Fear, so he did nothing. He fluffed on the wounds, he impacted like 8, I think, and did nothing, and then I did 7 wounds to him. He still has the front rank and he stayed. Here I killed another 5, but he still has the 1 rank and he managed to stay. So now it's going to be my turn. I think we're just going to do this and it's going to be it. Okay guys, so we left the battle because it was in turn 5. I just moved the units there, and I had 1 turn also, 1 turn more. And with magic I would have killed his champ, and then the next turn I would have killed them, or even in the 6th turn I would have charged, and here the same. So he killed some stuff from me, like 1 chariot, the 2 units of Succubi, the Blazing, the half points of the Courtesan, and that's it. I got the scenario, so I think it would have been like an 18 maybe, if not more, but I don't think so. And I think Miles going first, even though he has shooting. I just chaff him, and then I can just go in 2nd turn in combat, even though the Orcs had that overrun. If I would have chaffed a bit better, he wouldn't have overrun this way. I wouldn't have lost combat, and I would have just gone in his ranks, and it would have been a bit more. That combat, we stuck there too much. I thought I could have done more on the charge, but with no magic, because I went this way, it was a bit hard. But still, I like this list, and it's going good so far. Yesterday they had the parents, so we're playing against Germany, the first round. So let's see what happens in that. And in Serbia, Eric and I were going to do some battle reports, quick battle reports on blogs. Maybe having interviews. I'll try to get some good players, at least for the Spanish community, to know them. I think for Germany, I'll probably ask Scrub and some more guys from there. Just a quick one. And that's it. If you guys like the battles and the content, just give like and subscribe. For the ETC, I'm going to have my Courtesan. Okay, this guy is the Mister from I don't know the miniature range. I don't remember, but he's going to be the Courtesan and the Benadra. He'll be a Belliker one, the big one, since I have the small one. So thanks for everything, guys, and if you like the content, give just like and subscribe.